I simply slipped and fell and woke up at Michael's. Whoops. You look so comfy. Can you come right here, please? Goodness, I'm sorry. Hey, come here. Come over here. Over here. Good girl. Sunday went to the park today, so she's very sleepy. Hi friends, welcome to Funshine Fab Crochet. I am Kelsey, and today I actually don't know exactly what we're making. We're working on something I already started, so. If you watched my last video, I was making my Valentine's Day sweater, and I was using the ripple stitch. And well, this stitch isn't new to me because I've made a lot of skirts with this stitch, but I had never made a sweater. And I was looking at all the yarn I had just sitting around, and I was like, let's make something funky. I don't know if I want to make a sweater or a dress. I'm leaning towards dress, but I'm still undecided. Grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a blankie, maybe grab your favorite craft, and let's do some crafting together. Now that I feel like I'm better understanding the ripple stitch, I wanted to make something bigger. So that's what makes me lean towards making a dress. I also just think the ripple stitch would look really good on a dress. But I don't know, if it gets sweater length and I'm in love with it, I'll just stop. Okay, there's no rules today. There are actually no rules on my channel ever. The creative juices tell me when to stop. I usually go into things with a plan. Do I always stick to it? No. I did some digging and found some more bright color yarn. It's almost 70 degrees today, and it's February. That's crazy. In my neck of the woods, at least. I wish I lived somewhere where it was totally normal to be 70 plus degrees in February. This is the part I struggled with a lot. Making the sweater for Valentine's Day was the armpit portion. I just could not for the life of me figure out how many to chain right here. I'm still not sure I've got it mastered, but I definitely feel more confident than I did making that one. If it seems like it's day 2, that's because it's day 2. I had a lot to do yesterday, and basically I'm all yours today. Also, it took me a long time to figure out how to do the sleeve yesterday. Whatever. With that being said, I'm gonna go up in hook size just to keep things loose as a goose. I don't think I've ever had this many bright colored skeins of yarn before. But yeah, when I was trying to start the sleeves yesterday, I kept having this issue where I was gonna be decreasing the whole time or increasing the whole time, and that wouldn't have been the end of the world. I could have just made bell sleeves if I just increased. But the issue was the ripple pattern wasn't working. So I would have ended up with 2 ups and not enough downs, but there would have been 2 ups side by side. And I was like, I don't think that's gonna work. And I'm too new to the ripple stitch to be taking risks. I had to make one sleeve probably 5-6 times before I figured it out. But have no fear, it's figured out. I know you were really sitting on the edge of your seat. Come up here. Very good. The lava in my lamp is shaped crazy. Don't look. I said don't look. I've been working on the body. Let's do some sleevery. I'm curious if these like speckly color yarns will ruin the vibe. Not sure if I'll use those yet. Is there enough of this purple to make 2 rows on each sleeve? My goodness, let's find out. Okay, there is 1 sleeve of purple. Do we have enough for the second one though? Get out of here, other purple. We had enough. And we have this much purple left over, and that is the perfect amount of purple to put into my scrap pile, okay? Because you know mama be consuming some scraps. Unfortunately, it is time for a small hiatus because I have leftover breakfast and I'm about to eat it for lunch. The hiatus is over and we are so back, and it's time to crochet. I have had to floss my teeth twice today because I had an everything bagel for lunch and breakfast. And if you know, you know. Everything in your teeth bagel. Got him. I'm thinking this icy blue next. What color? Aqua. So true, aqua. And we're still doing sleeve. I think here shortly I might go up in hook size again. And what are you gonna do to stop me? I actually didn't realize until today when I laid this project flat that I was using too small of a hook in the beginning. Because this loops and threads yarn, sorry, but she's like thick with 3 C's. But the worst part about that is some of this is Big Twist brand and some of it's the Hobby Lobby brand. So the thicknesses are not corresponding perfectly, and that happens. I'm not here to shame any yarn for its size, but they don't mesh well when I'm using a small hook. We are putting a big dent in all my excess yarn though. You know what happens when I run out of yarn? Actually, you don't, because I have never run out of yarn. But if I did run out of yarn, do you know what would happen next? I'd go thrifting for more. I'm not trying to make any plans for this project, because if it gets sweater length and I'm in love with it and I'm like, I'm gonna keep it as a sweater, that's fine. I want that. But I think this stitch would make the cutest dress with like go-go boots and bell sleeves. And I have 2 pairs of go-go boots. I'm just saying. I also have seen some really cute crochet dresses where instead of bell sleeves that just kind of start increasing after the elbow gradually, they get to maybe like right here and then they just dramatic bell. I'm talking like big enough to fit over your waist, doubled over. And I'm just saying I like that look, but I have never done that. Do you know something else I've always wanted to make but I've never made before is a dress that is from the neck to the ankles and long sleeves. I've never made a wearable with that much material, I guess. And I do think something like this would be really cute like that. Maybe with like cowboy boots. I think it'd have to be a little above the ankle for that, but midi length would work too. If you know me, you know. I'm a midi girl. I like everything midi length. That lunch really got me back in the zone. You know, I've not tried this on yet. Maybe I will finish this row and then do that. That seems like the responsible thing to do. And here is how she's looking so far. Can mommy sit here? You know, I tried to like slyly and sneakily work on this sleeve off camera without you, just a little. And then I tried it on today and it's finished. Oops, I'm really sorry I did that behind your back. Okay, that's exciting because it's finished. And by finished, I mean, it's long enough, but I'm not sure I want to end on this color. So stay tuned. We might do one more row of sleeve. I'm undecided. I did a little body work as well. I have definitely 100% decided this is going to be a dress. And then one more thing we need to talk about right snappy is surprise yarn haul. Surprise yarn haul right in the middle of the video. I wanted to make this only out of yarn that I have, but I'm getting down to so few skeins that I have left that it's going to be a lot of the same repeating colors down here at the bottom. Also, I think I've gotten some like dulls back to back and I don't like that. So I decided to go to Michael's and get more of this color. Let me just show you. Yes, I got more of this raspberry. It's so cute. Because that is my favorite color that's on here. And I think we need like a rich color to break things up from all these like brights and pastels and whatnot. And when I tell you they had such a tiny selection of yarn, I mean it. I had to reach up above the aisles, okay, hashtag tall girl, to grab this. It was the only one they had, and it was luckily on the bottom of the boxes that they keep on top of all the aisles. So I just yoink. And this is the only other color they had that I thought would mesh. I don't know, I'm kind of nervous to introduce a brand new color this late in the game, but I didn't really have a lot of options. And then these skeins are unrelated. I'm not going to use them on this project, but if you watched my possum like bag storage tutorial or whatever videos, I had 2 where I was making the possums, but I got these to make more possums because people really like those possum bag holders. They hold bags like this. Yeah, so that's the vibe. Little mini yarn haul right in the middle of the video. Not just a surprise to you either, a surprise to me, because I didn't know I was gonna get that stuff. I simply slipped and fell and woke up at Michael's. Whoops. With all that being said, I think it's time to use this raspberry again. I would never describe this color as raspberry. I'm always very undecided on what the best weather is for crocheting because, yeah, when it's sunny, I can look outside and it's beautiful, or I could sit outside and crochet. But when it's raining, it's like, I don't know, I'm already home. I don't want to leave, it's raining. might as well crochet. Hello. And that's what we got going on right now. It is coming down out there. This color is exactly what we needed. Also, when I tried the dress on, heavy. I knew it was going to be heavy, but it's heavy. I think it would look really cute as a midi dress. But do we have enough yarn and patience to make it a midi dress right now? If you enjoy crochet or craft with me type videos like this one, sure, sometimes they're a little chaotic. You should consider subscribing. And maybe leave a comment down below to let me know any ideas you have for future videos, because I'm all ears. I want a lipstick this color. Is that pretty? I think we're still meshing and blending. I think I might do some of this pink next. You know, I don't think I'd ever seen this color at Michael's before. And that's not me saying it's new, that's me saying their selection is garbage. Okay, pink. Wait, what was the name of this color? Pink. Okay, yeah. And I love to put pink and blue next to each other because it looks like cotton candy. Or like a gender reveal. I thought about making a little jokey joke when I first started today and being like, you think we could finish this dress today? Because I didn't think we'd be able to. But then when I tried it on, I was like, oh, no, yeah, we're actually gonna finish this dress today. Unless something goes horrifically sideways, and that happens to me all the time, so don't hold your breath. But I think we're gonna finish this dress today. If you know me, you know I make a lot of rainbow stuff, like traditional Roy G. Biv kind of rainbow. Lately I've been making more stuff like this that's kind of like, yeah, it's rainbow, but it's not in rainbow color order. Basically she's rainbow, but she's not rainbow. You know what I mean? I'm thinking maybe for the sleeves we'll do one more row, but I'd rather them be too long than too short. The beauty of making a dress is I can make it midi length. Wait, what? I can make it mini length today, and then I can still extend it later if I get more matching yarn at some point in time to make it midi length or maxi length. So basically just because she's short today does not mean she will be short forever. Here is what we're working with. I think I need to go try it on because I'm not sure exactly how long it is. Just past my butt. That's how long it is. Just past my butt. I think I'm gonna do 3 or 4 more rows of length on the body yada yada, and then we will assess again. Why am I out of breath? And I do think I can get away with making 2 more rows on the sleeves. Should I do the sleeves first? I'm gonna do the sleeves first, actually. I think I want to end with the raspberry because I love it. I'm sorry. 2 rows of raz, and then we'll call it a frickin' day with the sleeves. I'm kind of cracking up over the fact that I was debating making the sleeves bell sleeves, but they were so much longer than I realized when I tried them on that I was like, oh, I don't even have the option to make the bell sleeves now. I probably wouldn't have though, because there are some downsides to bell sleeves that nobody ever talks about, and that is you better hope it's the perfect temperature where you're going to wear bell sleeves, because you can't really wear a jacket on top, and you can't really wear something tight to, like a tight shirt underneath to stay warm either, because that would be weird. You could see the shirt through the sleeves. Also though, crochet bell sleeves specifically, you got to be careful. You got to make sure you hide the ends of your yarn really well, or else you know you're going to be able to see them inside the sleeve. But just like with the Valentine's Day sweater I made this much larger than it needs to be. Like it's probably a 1XL realistically, or maybe an extra large. So it's big on me, but I like that look. I think it'll look really cute with like go-go boots like I mentioned earlier. But honestly, just to keep it casual, just to keep it cash money, I think this would also look really cute with just like Birkenstocks if you wanted it to be super casual. I'm a Birkenstocks girl, okay? I Birk. I am glad in the end that I bought this extra little bit of yarn to finish this dress, because I think I definitely had enough yarn to finish it, but not enough variety of color. I think the bottom would have been like just kind of dull. Can I just say something controversial? I think we're almost finished, which is great because it's getting dark outside. I said I was going to do 3 or 4 more rows, and we are on, or 3 or 4 more colors, I guess. So like 6 6 more rows, but I am on the 3rd color now. And honestly, I'm thinking it'll probably be weighed down enough now that it is long enough. I'm not 100 on that, but I'm pretty confidito. I'm thinking this dress might be cute enough that I will actually leave my house to wear it. She's a homebody. Sue her. Let's get a peep at how she's looking. Ugh, this dress is heavy. Cute. Okay, let's try her on together. Okay, this might just be one of my favorite things I have ever made. And if it feels like I say that every time, that's only because I say that every time. I don't know exactly what shoes I will wear with this on the reg, so I didn't put any on. She's barefoot. I think combat boots could work with this under the right circumstances, but not today. I love how loose fitting it is. I'm like swimming in it. And I also do have a funny feeling that I will probably eventually one day make this midi length. Just because I know me. I know me. But yeah, I love the sleeves. I love the colors. I'm glad we added that last row of purple. I think she's a cutie patootie. Like I said earlier, if you enjoy this kind of shindig, consider subscribing, okay? I would love to have you on my team. Also, Austin has promised me that he will take me to my favorite seafood restaurant when I get 1,000 subscribers. So, we have a goal. I appreciate you for watching this video. I especially appreciate you watching all the way to the end. I post new videos every week, so join me on the journey if you want to. But in the meantime, I will see you guys soon. Bye!